I get every Monday and Friday to come before some amazing listeners that just you guys are just everything. Can I just say that to you? You really are. I've got to say a special hello and thank you for an amazing experience. And I promised them that I would say this at the Peridot Tranquility Spa. This spa is located in Rodney Bay, and it's under the management and ownership of Miss Delia. Oh God, I hope I said that right. And she has this lady named Julie or Juju. And when I said Juju, I'm like, what? But when I tell you that they offer the best deep tissue massages, they do relaxation massages, facials for the ladies that like their eyebrow and eyelash tinted, manicures and pedicures, right? You got to give them a call. Their landline is 758-732-5827. Their WhatsApp number is 613-435-7838. Tell them Dr. Tanji sent you. I've been smitten, y'all. I'm in love. I really am. Let's get started. What is this show about? It's about encouraging you, and believe it or not, you and I are really encouraging and motivating one another, like Miss A.B. Jones, who's watching. Good morning. It really is about you understanding just who you are, that you are so great, you are, that you are invincible, you are, and that you're truly created with a divine purpose. See, the foundation of this show is based on kingdom principles, and a kingdom is the governing influence of a king over a territory, impacting it with his will, his intent, his producing a citizenship of people. That's you and I. Yeah, man, who reflect the king's culture, his nature, his values, and morals. See, the kingdom really is a real country, and it's the government of our king. Yeah, man. And it's where we, the citizens, reflect his lifestyle. Now, when you think about principle, I want you to think about the original intent of something. In this case, it's God's law, his rules of conducting your life. These principles have keys that unlock them and give us access. But see, here's the thing, you gotta study. And once upon a time, I would like just quote scriptures and cross my fingers and hope that it would work until I rediscovered them and understood 16:19 says about these keys. And that whatever we bind to us, heaven binds, and whatever we loose from us, heaven looses. We don't have a kingdom principle teaching on that one. I just learned the revelation of that. Oh my goodness. What can you expect from the show? Honesty, openness, and sincerity. It is a principle, a law that I live by, that I put into place in 1994 when I first launched my first business in 95. I guess I'm telling my age here, right? And this is based on honesty, openness, and sincerity. See, I really do have a heart for you. And like I tell everyone who gives me an opportunity, I don't have to know your name, don't have to know what you've been through, where you are, where you're going, what you've been doing. I just know how to love. See, the show really is about you getting into your business, about you, seriously, if you're being deployed into an area of your gifting, then we're here for that. And we want to make certain that you know you have purpose. His purpose is in your life. You already know about my GoFundMe campaign. I'm not going to say I'm begging. I'm just going to say that if you would like to give to a worthy cause, and we're going to have some demonstration on the folk that really have given, and we've got a couple of folk that have given that are coming to the island to see what they've given for, later in this month, and I'm excited about that. You too have an opportunity to give. It is to help our babies. It is so that they understand and know that we love them, that we got them, that we see them, that they are valued. I heard today was Teacher Appreciation Day. So I got to say to all of our teachers, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, love you, love you. Thank you for being the voice of so many. Thank you for smiling. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being kind and compassionate, even when you were tired and just didn't want to show up. Thank you for telling some beautiful boy or beautiful girl that they are loved and that they are valued. And thank you, seriously, thank you for being who you are. So thank you, teachers. I really love you. Right after this quick break, we're going to get into what you came for, which is today's kingdom principle. All right, I'm going to do it like I heard it. You ready? Lord, help my unbelief. I know I'm better than what I see. Seriously. Hi, cousin. Hi, cousin Carla. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
On a mission to help you rediscover God's purpose for your life. And she does this by teaching you how to change your perspectives according to His original plan for you. If you are experiencing bouts of failure or an inability to do things right, she is here to assist you in ending those thoughts that can indeed lead to a depressing mindset. She calls you to emulate the processes a full-scale mind shift requires by replacing religious ideologies and traditions that oftentimes create a sense of struggle. Dr. Georgie provides you with much needed insight, encouragement, and motivation to not only assist you in rediscovering your dreams, but she systematically shows you how to no longer chase them, but how to manifest them. Dr. Georgie is the Caribbean's very own inspirational and motivational speaker, our life and spiritual coach, and someone who delivers hope, encourages our faith, and showcases that we must live a life that is.
Your grace and mercies brought me over. I'm out my way now, but you take over. Tried to fight it, just drew me closer. I can't go back, the door to closer. You're not Jehovah, God me see. Don't need no one else, 'cause you complete me. Can speak discreetly, so I sing your praise. And it's much clearer now, 'cause you remove my hate. His grace so merciful.
Man, I'm about to get the dancing up in here. I feel like I'm back in Mississippi, cousin Carla. She says, cousin Tanji Scott, you are an amazing woman. Don't you make me cry? I'm already sweating. Don't you make me cry, because we're a mirror of one another. You know that, right? She says, I've always looked up to you, and I'm so proud of you, and I love you to bunches, and I'm going to cry. Because I feel the same way about you. Anyone that can put on a uniform and carry a gun and defend the Constitution. That's my cousin, y'all. All right, let's get started, because I swear I'll be all day and they'll be saying, look, baby, you overtime. Lord, help. Help my unbelief. I know I'm better than what I see. Today's kingdom principle is dedicated to anyone who've ever been to a point in their lives where, okay, you prayed, you fasted, you've meditated on the word of God, you studied to be quiet so that you can hear and do, and you found yourself in this place called the meantime. You know, the period of time where you've done all you know to do and the result hasn't just manifested yet. That time is known as the meantime, MEANTIME. And it is in that time where unbelief has its way. Please hear me when I say this. And if you're not careful, it can be detrimental to your faith. See, I told you I'm sweating. If this is you, then please know this: you are not alone. And I really do mean that. You're not alone. See, I've been there. I've been here. And it's in this place that I learned to be steady in my walk, but stoic in my faith. That's a Selah moment. See, written in our Constitution, the Bible, in the book of James 1:6-7, and I'm paraphrasing here, let no one believe they can receive anything, blessings included, from God without genuine faith. But the faith is not in the thing. No, my friend, not even in the blessing. See, the proper position of the genuine faith spoken about here is in God. And this is where we will begin to debunk the lies of seeing is believing. Because as a kingdom citizen, for us, it's knowing is believing. Selah. When I sat down to develop this kingdom principle, there were a few things that I thought about. One, how many times over the course of my relationship with God through Christ Have I ever known my daddy to leave me, abandon me, disappoint me, not hear me when I call? You get the point, right? And my answer to myself was a resounding never ever, Tanji. Never ever. Two, I was speaking with my daughter, Ty. She was in the throes of making God decisions, and it looked like what she was believing God for was not going to come to pass. She and I was engaged in conversation, and I said to her, "You know, Ty, Tish, if there were a set of boxes that you could check off that would guarantee you receive from God what you ask Him for, then you've checked all the boxes. See, you've prayed, you fasted, check. You put a word on it, check. You're saying gospel songs loud, check. You've spoken to people who have a relationship with Him to hear their testimonies. See, you've done all you were supposed to do." She and I began to laugh. But friends and family, here's where our paradigm shifted. What she was seeing, okay, the chaos, it seemed real. Follow me. But where she found herself fighting was in that place that I just told you is called the meantime. And it's there where unbelief likes to dominate. See, when God changes your name and your extension, it's changed forever. You do remember when He changed Abram to Abraham, right? Sarai to Sarah, Jacob to Israel, and of course Simon to Peter. And if I'm really walking and operating in honesty, openness, and sincerity like I told you I was, He changed my name too. He changed my name from liar, to truth teller, from hopeless to hopeful, from poor to rich. Yeah, I did say that because in Him we are rich. See, we sing songs of how much we trust God. We make the declarations of winning and having victories in life, even when we are walking in the valley of the shadow of death. And for those whom He has brought closer than they could have ever imagined, He shows the mysteries of His plans. But there's a component in this walk as we grow in Him that if we are not careful will cause us to forget this truth. And it is written in Hebrews 13 and 5. He will never leave us nor forsake us. My amazing friends, you already know this. God is faithful. In our Constitution, Numbers 23 and 19 is one of my favorites. A declaration has been captured. And I quote, "God is not a man." We can stop it right there. Because He's not. That He should lie. Nor is He the Son of Man that He should change His mind. Hath He said, come on now, and shall He not do it? Or hath He spoken, and shall He not make it good? See, our job is to operate in faith, knowing that even if He does not do what we want Him to do, whatever it is He has already planned for us is so good, so much better than we could have ever planned it ourselves. Here are two keys that I want to leave you with for this beautiful day, this amazing weekend, this day where teachers are celebrated and we're fast approaching on the island Thanksgiving. How about that? I get 2 Thanksgivings. 2 keys to help you with, Lord, help my unbelief. Because I know I'm better than what I see. Key number 1, rehearse. Seriously. Mull over. Contemplate over and over and over your past victories in God. Remind yourself of just how God has made ways out of no ways for you and for me and for us. Thank Him. Thank Him for always hearing you and meditating on his word helps. See, Psalms 1, 1 through 6, and my scholars know it, about being planted by the river. Blessed is the man who don't walk in the counsel of the ungodly, don't stand in the way of sinners, don't sit in the seat of scornful folk. But his delight is in the law of the Lord. And in his law does he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by still waters. You know the rest. Isaiah 26 and 3 comes to mind. You'll keep me in perfect peace for those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. Steadfast and trust is the key to that one. And key number 2, make sure you are not so focused on what you want that you omit the very thing that God desires for you. Oftentimes, the roots of unbelief lie in loving the things and forgetting about the Creator. Ouch. In closing, remember this. We are man in 3 persons, meaning we are spirit. Don't say we are a spirit because we ain't that. We are spirit, just like our daddy. And we have a soul. That's our mind, our will, and our emotions. And of course, we're encased in a body. That right there gives us legal rights to operate in the earth. God knows our frailties. He does. He knows our weaknesses. He knows. So us pretending that we are operating in belief when it's really unbelief is wasting time. Talk with him. Rest in him. And be confident in his plans. His thoughts towards you, his plans really are 1, first, he knows it. 2, his plans will prosper you. 3, they won't harm you. 4, they provide you with hope. 5, you got a future. You got a future in his plans. Seriously. And he deals with our unbelief in that meantime experience. This is the truth, Ruth. I wouldn't lie to you. Dr. Touchy, wouldn't lie to you. 450-5477 is the number. We got just a few minutes that you can call in and make your, about to say your request known, but you can, contribute to the show. And 758-450-5477 if you're like my girl Maggie, man, and uses her thumbs. All right, let's see what Maggie said.
All right. Good morning, Dr. Donji and Marlon. It's Friday, and we give thanks to God for taking us through another week. Unbelief takes away our faith, as the word says. Whatever we ask in prayer, believing it shall be done. Unbelief contaminates our faith. Unbelief blocks our blessings, and when we allow it to rule us, we can't see the many things that God is doing in our lives. We put ourselves between a rock and a hard place. Unbelief leads to fear, worry, and doubt. We are better than what we see, as God never makes mistakes, and we is no exception. He never allows us to go through our trials alone. So today we need to ask Him to help our unbelief, to renew our minds and increase our faith. As faith can move mountains, it is not always easy, but all things are possible with Him if we believe. Happy weekend.
Wow, Maggie. Thank you, Maggie. I love you. I don't want to harp on this man because he's got a little hiccup, a little congested. I don't want to put him on Front Street too much. But I do want to ask you, man, tell me about some instances, if you will, about where you wanted to believe, but it was that unbelief that just kept getting in the way.
I mean, there were many instances. I can't even pinpoint one in particular.
Yeah.
I mean, as not even that long ago. Unbelief in so many things, was really, really big, and You couldn't get me to say otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a process, you know. It's still a process. It's
Ah.
still. It's. I'm not gonna sit down
You're
here,
in a chill
you
bump
know.
here.
You know, and I'm listening to you said, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here
Yeah.
and say,
Yeah.
oh, I've got nowhere.
For sure. For sure.
It is a process, and
It's a
it's
process.
one that I'm getting through
Amen.
day by day.
Right.
Some of the language that I would use to
Mm.
describe what's happening to me in my life, I probably wouldn't be able to use, say, maybe half a year ago.
Wow.
But now I can,
Come on now.
yeah, I can refer to. I don't want to be too blunt,
I
but
love him.
yeah, I've had many
Wow.
moments and probably still
Yeah.
going through a process.
Yeah,
I should
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I at first truly thank you so very much for sharing. Your sharing really does reach a lot of people, and I am grateful for that. And then two, you're absolutely right, man. When you said the word process, to me that unlocked so much for me because oftentimes you want it right now.
Yeah.
You've been waiting, you've been anticipating, your dates have come and gone, and you're still kind of waiting. You're like, okay. I know he heard me. I know he saw me. I know he sees what's going on, right? Yeah. But it is that process of time.
Yeah.
One of the my favorite 5 words in the Bible is, and it came to pass. And every time I read that in scripture, I get excited, man. I even started writing it in my own life, and it came to pass because of things I've been waiting and anticipating and just kind of stoically using my faith, right? And it came to pass. So the process of time has a lot to do when you are in that meantime. Again, our job is to just make sure that we do not let go of our faith. I had this thing growing up with the children. I say growing up with them because I was a young mama. I would tell them, tie a knot in your faith, baby, and hold on. God's got you. And I need whoever may be listening today, and they're wondering and worried and just trying to make sense of it, but you don't understand, Dr. Tanya. I've been waiting, and here it is, October, and the year's almost out. First, I would say, steady yourself, steady, slow down. He got you. Second, I would say, has he ever not made a way out of no way for you? It may not be like you wanted it, okay? But he did it. I look back over my own life, man, and I'm wondering, I tried to, I tried to take inventory, and I'm thinking, I understand when that happened and that happened. I can trace you, God, when I did this, but Daddy, I was doing everything right, and it still happened. And he has a way of saying, but I still got you. One of the best relationships that you'll ever have in your life. I love my husband. Oh, I love him. He is like, he's just all out of the bag of chips. He's patient and kind with me. And I know I get on his nerves because he gets on mine. Love you, baby. But when God loves us, the way our spouses loves us, the way we love our spouses, the way we love our children, the kids love us, and friends, and all of those people in our lives that make life worth living. Greatest relationship that you'll ever have in this life. If you don't hear anything else from me, or if you negate everything else I'm saying, the best relationship that you could ever have is when you decide to follow him. And I say that with every fervor in my body. I say it and I'm not going to cry, and I'm trying not to. I have tried everything. I used to think that my joy and my happiness and my peace was in what I had or what I didn't have. I used to think that it was in people telling me what a great job you're doing, and this and that, or the prophecy. But what I realized, if I don't have him, I don't have anything. So as you go about your day to day, know that you're loved. Know that he sees it. He sees you. Know that you're valued. Know that he did not make a mistake with you. You are not a mistake. I don't care what anybody has ever told you. You are not a mistake. You are destined for greatness. You are. Let him change your name. You'll thank him in the end. It's been a blast coming to you, man, in your ear gate and your eye gate. Thank you so much for being the best part of this show. Thank you for making all my dreams come true, man. I love you. I love you. I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. How about that? So, the Lord say the same, and the creek don't rise. We're going to do this thing again called the Dr. Tony Show and walking in these kingdom principles on Friday on air. But we got a little something cooking up next week. I love you. Take care. Be gentle with yourself. Okay? Bye.